The hidden cost of tariffs, how Trump's trade policies are quietly emptying your wallet. When Donald Trump talks about tariffs, he often frames them as bold strategic moves to protect American jobs and punish foreign governments for unfair trade practices. The word itself, tariff, sounds distant and bureaucratic, like something that happens in boardrooms and balance sheets far removed from everyday life. But let's be clear, tariffs are taxes, and no matter how you dress them up, the cost trickles down to you and me. In May 2025, Trump announced a sweeping 50% tariff on all goods imported from the European Union, citing vague accusations of disrespect and trade cheating. After a high-stakes meeting with EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, the tariff was delayed until July 9th, not cancelled, just postponed. As someone who keeps an eye on politics but also needs to manage a monthly grocery bill, I couldn't help but feel a creeping dread. This wasn't about protecting American factories or bringing back jobs. It felt like economic brinkmanship, and we're the ones footing the bill. Let's start with the basics. A tariff is a tax imposed on imports. When the US slaps a 50% tariff on French wine or German auto parts, it doesn't mean the French or Germans are paying the US Treasury out of pocket. What actually happens is this. US importers pay more to bring in these goods, pass those extra costs to wholesalers and retailers, and eventually the price hike lands squarely in your shopping cart. Trump loves to say foreign countries pay the tariffs. That's false. You do. The EU isn't some fringe trading partner. We import billions in goods, many of which are staples in middle and upper-class homes, and even some working-class households depending on price brackets. A 50% tariff would gut affordability for a range of products. Cars, a Volkswagen, Audi, or BMW could jump in price by thousands. A $40,000 car becomes $60,000 overnight. Don't drive German? Think again. Many American-made cars use EU parts. The cost ripple affects us all. Medicine. The EU is a key exporter of pharmaceuticals and medical devices. I don't know about you, but I can barely afford what's in my pharmacy bag as is. Now imagine a 50% hike on insulin, heart meds, or cancer treatments. Food and wine, cheese from Italy, chocolate from Belgium, wine from France. These aren't luxuries for everyone. In many homes, they're regular purchases. With tariffs, they become occasional splurges or disappear from shelves entirely if importers walk away. Before we dive deeper, if you're into this kind of breakdown, give the video a like, subscribe for more, and let me know your opinion in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Now, on with the video. The cruelty of tariffs is that their damage isn't always immediate or dramatic. It's slow, cumulative, like a leak in your ceiling that you don't notice until the drywall caves in. Maybe at first your $7 bottle of wine becomes $10. You shrug it off. Then your laundry detergent goes up $1 because it contains ingredients sourced from EU suppliers. Then your mechanic charges more because brake parts cost more. It's inflation by 1,000 paper cuts. And while inflation can be triggered by many things, wars, oil prices, pandemics, tariffs are optional. They're man-made. In this case, one man's political ego is manufacturing a price hike that disproportionately affects lower and middle-income families. I find it hard not to see this as cruelty cloaked in patriotism. The timing is suspect. Trump's tariff announcement came just as the EU and US were negotiating new trade agreements. It was less a bargaining chip and more of a grenade tossed into the room. Some say it was retaliation for European resistance to Trump's broader economic agenda. Others say it's simply campaign theater, a way to rile up the base and appear tough on foreigners. Let's not forget, Trump's previous tariff wars didn't exactly pan out. The China tariffs hurt American farmers so badly the government had to bail them out with billions in subsidies. Steel tariffs raised the price of construction, which hurt housing. And now, once again, we're being told to brace ourselves. But this time, it's for wine and medicine, not just aluminum and soybeans. European manufacturers might take a hit, but they can pivot to other markets: Asia, South America, domestic consumption. US consumers, however, are trapped. We can't just shop elsewhere if our medications double in price, or if every car under $30,000 becomes a glorified lawnmower. And while the ultra-wealthy can absorb these price shifts with minimal disruption, working families cannot. For them, this isn't an abstract economic theory. It's dinner, rent, and whether or not they can afford back-to-school shopping. Let's stop pretending this is a patriotic strategy. It's a tax hike in disguise. Trump sells his tariff strategy as America first, but in reality, it feels more like America pays first. We're told that protecting U.S. industries is worth the price. But what's the price of squeezing families? Of shrinking the middle class even further? Of setting off trade wars that make groceries and gas more expensive, not just in the name of security or justice, but out of spite or showmanship? As a voter, I believe in sovereignty. But as a citizen, I believe in honesty. And the honest truth is this: tariffs don't punish Europe, they punish you. And if these policies move forward in July, we're all going to feel it. Not on a spreadsheet but on our dinner plates, our medicine cabinets, and our bank statements. Thanks for watching.